This is the one I've been waiting for. I'm excited. Look, that must have been Era. Where are these others? Once a good man turned into a monster. Hmm. That is interesting. This is good stuff. This is all really good stuff. All these additional bits of story that we've experienced this time around have been real good stuff. Oh my god. That's awesome. This is amazing. Where's my phone? Having turned the Empire to shambles, shrouded the world in darkness, Arden, erstwhile healer of those who ailed, now sits atop the Lucian throne, denied him by the crystal, some 2 millennia ago. Holy shit. Makes sense why Regis didn't recognize him or know him. How could he? Holy crap. Arden is a very cool villain. I think so. So well spoken. They got such a good voice actor for them.
Long ago, there lived a man, blessed by the gods and revered by the people as their savior. His name was Arden Lucis Kylum, and he was to have served as the first king of Lucis.
This This is gonna happen. That's why we're rewinding? Yay! Because that's what that's basically what we're picking up. That final fight. Noctis has grown and he's with the guys again.
Tension between the two countries remains high, with neither nation showing signs of backing down. In other news, a member of the Border Patrol has been reported MIA since sometime before dawn this morning. The missing officer has been identified as 28-year-old Mars Sapientia. Although Officer Sapientia allegedly reported for duty at his appointed time, fellow officers say he disappeared soon after and has not been sighted since. Officer Sapientia is a tall, fair-skinned male and was last seen wearing his Border Patrol fatigues. Anyone with information on Officer Sapientia's whereabouts are requested to contact the Crown City Police immediately. And now a word from the Public Information Bureau. Today marks the anniversary of the founding of the Kingdom of Lucis. The Founders Day Committee has prepared a number of attractions in honor of this auspicious occasion, including a parade around the Citadel as well as a statue of the Founder King himself. All are welcome and encouraged to participate in today's festivities. This has been a message from the Public Information Bureau.
What about you?
Now, on to the weather.
Shouldn't you be looking for your buddy?
Today in the Crown City, we expect
I'm the dead guy.
sunny weather with nothing but blue skies.
I'm on
The
special
borderlands
assignment.
may experience some inclement weather.
I also it just finally clicked. Earlier when we were fighting that boss as Noctis and Gladio, and he did the old scream and he said, "This is my crystal," and he was talking. Guys, that's the Emperor. That was the Emperor. That's why when we got to the throne, he had already became a fiend. We saw that he was kind of turning last time, anyway. Earlier when we had seen him earlier. That makes sense. I recognized the face, but I was like, I didn't exactly remember. But holy crap, yeah, that was the Emperor that became a fiend, and we put him down. Although I don't know if he's actually dead though. Kind of did get away. So, like, without Arden, like, the Empire doesn't really exist. Or, you know, there's no leadership. This is awesome.
Why venture out into the world when you feel so safe within? What a life to live.
We should. No, of course. Absolutely.
Now, let the fireworks begin!
What is he gonna do?
Right, let's go.
Oh, did he just realize he didn't have his powers there? Oh, what the fuck? There's Ifrit. That's how he gets... This is... Alright, so this happened right after Noctis got put away. Okay. Or maybe this is just him using him in the past as well. Like, Ifrit had, what do you call? Blessed. You know, gave Arden his blessing. That's why we didn't run into him throughout the game, because he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy's summon. Prisoner of Fate. Here is ME 734. Spirits are high in the Crown City as all of Insomnia prepares to celebrate Founders Day. Yet the citizens of Lucian Capital are in for a rude awakening. Arden has returned to interrupt their peaceful reverie and wreak havoc upon his former home. Darkness. Wait. His air.
Arden. Oh, Arden. You can't expect me to believe that.
Oh, but I do. You have my word.
Well, in that case... You look exhausted, my love. Are you all right?
I am. The gods bless me with a power and a purpose to cure people of what ails them. I must see their will be done.
Your devotion shall not go unnoticed. The gods will doubtless be watching over you. Just as I shall be watching over you every step of the way. It seems to me the cure for your exhaustion is comprised of two things, one of which is rest.
Oh? And the other?
Is me.
Oh, Era, pray be with me.
Got a couple lovebirds here. Angel Gardens, where he was imprisoned. Oh my god. They have him speared and pierced all over. And that's the king. Why would the gods choose such an evil man?
He's alive. Just as the ancient texts told.
Who?
Take him away.
Okay, reverse style, isn't that not the later to be emperor? Oh, that's Prompto's father. Research Chief Versatile Basithia is a minor antagonist and the main antagonist of Final Fantasy episode Prompto. And supporting character in Final Fantasy episode Arden. Imperial research who developed the technology.
Touch me.
That's interesting.
Status report. Everything is fine here.
Roger that. We'll transport the subject to your location.
And we'll have the medical team ready as planned.
Arden kind of owes the Versatile his life, I would say. You got him out of here.
Situation over there.
Nothing to report. We're just...
Oh, okay, never mind. I think they were gonna kill him, maybe. It just kind of seems like Arden screws over Versatile, but this makes sense. Made an enemy of him or something, I'm not sure. Oh my god, here's some Kingslave.
Adagium sighted!
Royal Guard. Oh my god, that's awesome.
Get it back in the cell, no matter what. We can't let that thing off this island.
Ow, that hurt me. Can we run? Can we run? Are they not gonna chase? Let's look out of here. No. It's trapped. Pretty sure I gotta get downed We gotta be defeated. Bam. Oh. Oh no. Arden enters overkill when his HP falls to 0. While in this undying state, his attacks deal more damage, but his maximum HP falls every time he takes a hit. Why wouldn't it? When Arden's has an HP falls to 0, the game is over. That's it. There we go. Very powerful. I like a vampire. Wow, we're feeling good. Ooh. Hello. Got him. This is pretty cool because we don't get to see any of these guys because when the game starts out, all of these royal guards, these crown guards they're done. They're done for. They're only given the power from the king, but King Regis dies in Kingsglaive, the movie, before the game starts. So like Noctis is the only one that has this power and stuff, but like we actually get to see what it was like to have to face so many people with that ability. Oh, I see. Supposed to launch him and then actually attack with it. Demonify an enemy? Are you kidding me? We break someone down enough, we can turn them into a demon? You'll learn a lot if you you're getting the memories from everyone you kill. Oh no. And so all of these demons are made and were made because they used Arden's blood and whatever the hell, why Arden is this plague master of sorts. Eminent magic technological expert Versatithia steers away to the Umbrial Isle of Angelgard and absconds with Lucis' darkest secret, Adagion. He escorts the subject back to one of the Empire's magic tech research facilities for further study.
Era.
Doesn't look happy.
Somnus.
Forgive me, brother, but the throne seats only one.
Not again.
Gods, no.
Try us to relive that. That was the moment we saw that in the animated thing we just watched.
Arden Azunia, Chief Besithia would like to see you.
We got here. Lots of key items, lots of lore, I'm sure. Superior restorative. He's a scientist.
Might as well head out.
Go see Versatile. So,
I dare say this outfit wasn't tailor-made.
more of a scientist than a research.
Not the most enthralling view.
Like a guinea pig. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Come, have a seat.
Gods above, we thank you for the bounty you have laid before us.
Don't want your food getting cold, do you? Are you enjoying your stay?
Not particularly, no.
You've been asleep for years. Learning to appreciate the waking world will take time. Perhaps I can help enlighten you while we dine.
How long has it been since you brought me here?
204 days. Roughly 7 months or so. Then again, the Lucians had you locked away in that prison for nearly 2 millennia. I'd be more surprised if you hadn't lost all concept of time. You must loathe those Lucians for what they did to you.
Was your examination of me a fruitful one?
Oh yes, you've proven far more fascinating than expected. No wonder they kept you locked away. To think the powers of a demon could dwell within the heart of a man, it's incredible. The Star Scourge doesn't sap your life force, it gives you more. Your cells can regenerate themselves, and you can demonify other life forms as well. There's no doubt you are
Monster.
not a monster, a marvel. I can't wait to unravel all your mysteries.
What is this food?
Meat, cloned in this facility.
Cloned?
We cultivated somatic cells, used them as donors to fuse the nucleus transplant cells to the recipient oocytes, and then we...
Enough. I've no ear for the ramblings of a lunatic. What is it you want from me, anyhow? What about me interests you so?
You said it yourself, didn't you? You were chosen by the gods. And frankly, with powers like yours, I'd say you're nearly a god in your own right. We need those powers that you possess. With your strength on our side, we could finally put an end to the gruesome war with Lucis. You too must desire the fall of the kingdom that cast you into exile.
His voice doesn't really match his face.
My desires are all in the past.
Maybe the old version of him.
The man who wronged you may have died long ago, but his descendants live on to this day. Surely you must bear them some feelings of ill will.
My feelings are none of your concern.
Come along. This is the fruit of my labor. A small portion of it, that is. I envy you. A human life is too short to truly understand all there is to know about the world. Go on, have a look. Do watch your step, won't you?
What the fuck is that?
Demons were first officially recognized as a new species roughly 200 years ago. According to ancient texts, however, humans have suffered from a parasitic plague wrought by the demons for upward of 2 millennia.
Then how are the demons that new?
Caused by a mutant strain of plasmodia that takes root in living creatures and changes their cellular structures. Infected creatures begin to disperse miasmal particles, the spread of which is known as the Star Scourge.
Yo, this information prior to the game would have been really good.
Into a demon-shaped cavity discovered deep underground. Demons sublimate when their vital functions cease, so this particular specimen must have vaporized after the mud around it had already solidified. Scientists believe this subject burrowed into the earth in order to shield itself from the light of the sun.
Okay. Bam.
Given the demon's aversion to light, they typically stick to the shadows until the sun fades and the night falls. Adagium, however, is different. Unlike his demon brethren, he can still function uninhibited in broad daylight. Of course, the ultraviolet rays harm him, much like they would any other demon. Yet his cells regenerate quickly enough to essentially negate the damage.
Okay.
It's
Still unpleasant. That's why he wears the hat.
Of the sun, perhaps. I'd best cover up.
That's why he wears so much clothes. For just like that. That explains that. Guys, this episode that's very informative. You get it so late, it's just kind of like it's so many things are like, oh, I get it, kind of, you know, now.
This is our world?
It has been estimated that Eos came into existence some 4.5 billion years ago. Ancient myths tell tales of 6 protector gods who first alighted upon Eos in the ancient Solheim era. Fossils thought to be remains of the oldest members of the human race were discovered in the Pistola region. Some claim that humans discovered fire in the Sukarp region even before the dawn of the Solheim civilization. According to legend, the fire god Ifrit first bestowed his burning wisdom upon a man who later sat the throne of Solheim.
We actually got that story in the
civilization of Solheim is presumed to have originated in the Disgaea and Clane regions. Exactly when the civilization rose and fell, however, remains the subject of much investigation. The enormous crevasse separating the regions of Clane and Disgaea is known as Telpar Crag. It is here that the War of the Astrals is said to have taken place. When Ifrit tried to reduce mankind to ash, the other gods fought back, and some claim this clash caused the collapse of Solheim.
So Ifrit he's pissed. He's just always angry.
Lost the War of the Astrals, was interred atop the Rock of Ravito.
Okay, that makes sense. The whole
After the war, the ice goddess Shiva allegedly sank into a deep slumber, nestled in the Goravas Rift of Volúp.
Oh, okay.
To this day, no one knows what became of the blade god Bahamut.
There you go. That one said Bahamut instead of Bahamut. That's so interesting. Bahamut himself referred to himself as Bahamut. That one, Bahamut.
The earth god Titan can be seen supporting the meteor at the heart of the Disk of Kothis in Disgaea. As for the storm god Rama, legend has it he sealed himself away within Fosha Hollow.
I always say Ramu. Yeah, I guess Rama sometimes.
The sea goddess Leviathan disappeared in the wake of the war. Some say she swam below the waves and slumbers beneath the city of Altisha.
They are correct.
Some 2,000 years ago, the gods granted Somnus Lucis Caelum 2 gifts: the sacred stone and ring. With these in hand, he founded the kingdom of Lucis.
Yeah, but that guy was kind of an ass.
Lucis has managed to expand its territory while struggling to suppress a parasitic plague. As of ME 722, Mor's Lucis Caelum sits the throne as the 112th monarch of his line. Regis Lucis Caelum is King Mor's firstborn son, and first in line to succeed his father.
No fucking way. So that was his nephew? So, I guess he didn't know of it because his father probably didn't speak of him. Yo, that's crazy. So Arden isn't that much. Well, dude, how long do these people stay alive? That's crazy.
Ancient texts tell of a monster known as Adagium supposedly sealed away within, but investigations into its existence have yet to provide conclusive evidence. Soon after the establishment of the Kingdom of Lucis, House Fulleré founded the nation of Tenebrae. The empire began its occupation of Tenebrae in ME 359, a move that was initially met with much apprehension. In order to assuage the dissenters, the empire preserved the oracle's home of Fenestala Manor. This concession was partially made for political purposes. House Fulleré enjoys close ties with the line of Lucis. The Accordo Protectorate has developed into a bustling league of towns at the heart of maritime trade. In ME 606, the Empire won an important battle against the allied forces of Lucis and Accordo, and in turn, annexed the Protectorate. The country is steeped in traditions and cultures that are incompatible with imperial rule, so the Empire has permitted it a measure of relative political autonomy. Centuries after the founding of Lucis, a movement to revive the lost civilization of Solheim arose around the Weltham region. Leading the charge was House Aldercat,
art thingy was.
Brave deeds brought about the rise of the Niflheim Empire. The Empire built upon Solheim's magic technology and employed it for military use. This new firepower helped the Empire fell its foes, taking Tenebrae in ME 359 and Accordo in ME 606. As of ME 722, under the direction of Emperor Aedalus Aldercat, the Empire is developing new arms fusing magitech with demons. Vestiges of the ancient Solheim civilization can still be seen in the ruins of Piteous and Steeleth Grove. Several ancient structures also dot the forest of the Fallgrove that encircles Castlemark Tower. Excavation of these various sites is currently underway. In ME 501, during an expedition in the Ulwat region, the Imperial Army discovered a new species known as demons.
That was great. I wonder what else they got.
At center, we see what I presume to be Lucian warriors and the kings of yore.
Yeah, I've seen this painting.
I've learned a great deal about the first king of Lucis, but I never knew he was second in line.
This is the one that has Ultros in it.
Which the chosen king dispels the darkness.
They don't mention
If
Ultros.
that's true, does that mean Lucis intends to someday stand above all others? Their trifling tales mean nothing in the face of our superior technology. Only we can restore balance to our world. At the top of the painting, we see the Oracle herself. The bloodline of the Oracle is one of the oldest in Eos, originating with Eramirus Flore. Only they possess the power to commune with the gods. This painting depicts the Oracle as some goddess of light herself. She'd doubtless prove a powerful ally if she could be persuaded.
Yeah, there's more that it looks like. Like who's holding on to Bahamut? And I see Titan, and I'm guessing that's Shiva and Rama.
On the sides of the frame, we see the Hexathion. Conspicuously absent is the traitorous god of fire who started the Great War of old. Perhaps developing a deeper understanding of the demons will bring us closer to comprehending their divine counterparts.
Yeah, why did they leave him out?
What if I were to find a way to combine those two disparate elements? By my estimation, the grotesque creatures depicted here are likely demons. Could this mean these monsters will be harbingers of the apocalypse? If only we could find a way to harness their power for ourselves.
The line of Lucis was chosen to eradicate evil from Eos, and with the divine on their side, how could they fail?
That's one more. Got to see what all the rest stops look. There you go.
Adagium. That is what the Lucians call the monster they imprisoned for 2,000 long years. His powers surpass those of any mortal, and his body is all but impervious to attack. It's no wonder the Founder King sealed him away on the Isle of Angel Guard. He undoubtedly feared this monster might challenge his reign. It seems fortune smiles upon me. Though the Lucians kept him locked away for 2,000 years, I've managed to secure Adagium for myself. The raging winds and stormy seas may have cast all others away, but the waves parted for me that day and led the way. While I've yet to conduct any official research, the potential he proved in combat was most promising. I estimate his powers easily surpass anything mankind has ever seen. Perhaps this streak of luck has just begun.
Interesting.
Fascinating, isn't it? I pored over the ancient texts and found scarcely a mention of you. I barely believed you existed till I saw you with my own eyes. With your help, my research is proceeding smoothly. You have my thanks. This must be how the gods feel looking down upon our world. Here we have a model of imperial territory. It includes our present lands as well as our future acquisitions. Feel free to have a look.
Very did.
There's something you should see. Come with me.
Head downstairs as we go upstairs.
On the rock of Ravito. If my experiment on this specimen succeeds, it might provide the information you've been looking for. This way.
Whoa.
Is that?
They capture Ifrit? Oh my god.
You subjugated a god and brought him here?
He was sound asleep, just like the legend said he'd be, so we put him on ice.
Oh man.
Do you think you could turn him
into a demon?
If you managed to demonify a deity, you could learn truths no mere mortal could ever dream of knowing. You will access 2,000 years of his memories, and if you can control him, he'll be a weapon of supreme power.
Oh my.
It's certainly an enticing
Does he
offer,
succeed at this?
Just think you could exact sweet revenge through divine retribution.
How do you know what I want?
I don't, but I know you have no other options. Well, shall we? Come see the fruits of my Magitech research. This way. The ancient civilization of Solheim, forefathers of our Magitechnology, once flourished on this land. Had they not incurred the wrath of the gods, they may have remained prosperous to this day.
And you wish to restore them to greatness?
To surpass them, which is why I need you to lend me your strength. But I'm certain magic technology and demons are the keys to unlocking the door to a new future. Lucians? But how?
Uh-oh.
Kunmi squad, Adagium sighted.
Requesting backup from Nimbus squad.
Shutting down communications until all clear.
So, you've come to kill me, have you?
Or die trying.
Okay, looks like it's gonna be the latter. Oh shit. It's a great warp, he kinda just tosses it. Okay, let's do it. How do I do that? Oh, that's what the triangle was then. Ah. I have 5 royal guards. How do I do that?
Stay back.
There we go, that's another. Another. Oh, right, we have to get 5 hits, then you can demonify. another. That must be the 5th. There we go. Hey, KG. Yeah. You know, we were talking about Ben Affleck earlier. All those, yeah, good guys. That whole crew, all those guys. Ooh, shit. This must be alright. So, we have to just claim him, make him bow before us. Hold R1 and press triangle. Royal retribution. Wait, okay, cool. Yep, we're on episode Arden right now, and it's very informative. Like, there's a lot. It's a lot of story. You're playing through all of these in like proper order and
grant me the power to take Somnus,
these additional like animes, really good stuff.
And burn them all to the ground.
It helps the story actually be pretty decent. How did Fallout go today? You really do it? That was a good part.
I was the one chosen to be king.
What? Then what happened then? Because they rejected you. For some reason they changed their mind, but if that was Ifrit's memories, he would know. He was probably there when they were discussing, when the six were discussing who was going to be the chosen, who's going to be the king. Alien Event is great. The drops are good. Way better rewards than scoreboard. Damn. Okay. I reinstalled the game. I don't know when I'll pop on it. Maybe it'll be this weekend or something. I have inventory issues I got to deal with, and it's making me not excited to hop in. But I am curious of the Alien Event stuff.
Revealed to Somnus, you had been chosen.
I might find time for it. I hope I do.
I never dreamt he would try to kill you.
But he did. Somnus fooled everyone, so he could use
Somnus seemed like such an asshole.
Everything that happened, it's all his fault.
No, listen to me. It's my fault. I'm the one who ruined your future. This was divine retribution for my sins.
You've no sins to atone for.
What sins? Yeah, what sins has she done?
Why have you burdened us with this?
Yeah, I guess I have some. Do you sub though, KG? My inventory issues are gonna come from like materials at this point, because I would have to resub, so I didn't have to worry about. I could use the scrap bin, you know. I had so much shit, and I don't want to get rid of it all. But I kept as much as I could, I think.
Kill me.
It's horrible.
That's right. Kill her. Put that monster out of his misery, just like I did.
I can't. My calling is to save lives.
The gate was open?
Just like you saved that innocent
How though? I thought it had a lock on it.
Please, Arden. You must live.
Yeah, they were there. They were out there yesterday. They must have done something. They must have done something. There was guys up on there. That's the only people that have been there. But yeah, that's annoying. Oh no, you can't stop it? You can fight it as much as possible, but you can't stop it. I have first scrap box without sub, you can keep the scrap box in.
No surprise.
Oh, no shit, KG? You're kidding me. You're telling me that if I would have kept everything in my scrap box prior to unsubbing, oh my, I was so afraid of everything disappearing because like no scrap box when you're not sub, so once your sub runs out, all of your scrap just disappears. I was so afraid of that. I took it all out and oh my god. I didn't know. I fucked myself there. That sucks. But that's actually something good to know because I guess I could just sub for like 1 month and then just
but I'll see to it that
do that from there on.
Everything you built.
That way the scrap box can be just like what do you call, like extra storage, like
No longer shall I supplicate you.
That sucks, man. I had no idea. I assumed the worst.
Toward the light. Nay, the path I intend to tread is paved with blood and darkness. No longer shall I seek your guidance. This path is mine to tread.
There you go. There you go, KG. That's a good idea. Some materials I had just like a shit ton that I wouldn't really need to worry about. But yeah. I do a lot of crafting, or I would try to use up some of my materials. Then again, I didn't necessarily go out of my way to farm materials. So if I did farm for a month, oh my god, yeah, that'd be great.
Demonic experiments
it's not a bad idea.
Before long, precipitating the production of a Magitech infantry. As recognition for his contribution to this research, Arden Azunia was inaugurated as Imperial Chancellor. Thanks to its newfound firepower, Niflheim managed to break the stalemate that shackled the nation for more than 100 years, and in turn,
it could have just been something that happened today. I'm gonna have to look at the cameras because I just took out the garbage yesterday and I didn't notice the gate. And I feel like they probably would have, right? It was obvious, like they open enough that crack open. I still feel like I would have noticed the crack. I wonder if something happened today, if someone was trying to like squeeze through there or some shit.
And learning as much about the kingdom as he could.
Yeah, well, how else could someone? What do you?
In time, those memories began to merge with his own, gradually transforming him into a wicked echo of his former self.
Right.
And now, at long last, the time for his revenge has come.
Haha, hopefully. They were probably pissed off because dude kept barking at him. Betrayed by his brother and bereft of his beloved, Arden is burdened with the blessing of eternal life. His feelings of enmity towards the line of Lucius grow greater with each passing day as darkness continues to consume his body and soul. Man, that sucks. So Arden was the good guy, and he was betrayed, and he became the bad guy, and that sucks. That's sad. Arden's a good character. He's become a lot more of an interesting character. I wanted more from him, I think, on the original playthrough, but getting kind of this different perspective and even this episode and stuff, it's cool.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Is this thing on? Greetings, people of the kingdom of Lucis. Do forgive me for interrupting the festivities, but I must tell you, this day of rapturous revelry shall be your last. Call it divine retribution. False kings and fraudulent nations are fated to perish.
I also like how this time around we saw a lot more of Ifrit, whether it be in paintings or other things. This episode and some other stuff. Like, it's kind of cool that we kind of like it builds up that fight. Because I think in the first playthrough, when I got to it, I said, "Wait, Is this who I think it is? I'm not 100% sure.
I'm going to put a stop to this madman.
Ooh, young Regis? What the fuck? So when does this he was that young and this happened, so did he not? Oh, I can't wait for the end of this. I have to understand. Did young Regis not, like, does he find out that Arden is part of the family? Because that's gonna be, if he knew. It's one thing if he didn't know, because during all the visits and in Kingsglaive, when Arden is the one that says, hey, the deal is for the treaty or whatever is for Noctis to marry Lunafreya, that's part of the deal. Like, why would the king have agreed to that if if he knew that, like, Arden definitely couldn't be trusted, because he knew that Arden was this... Oh, Agamon? I forgot what they named him. That's good to do his episode now. Use the charismatic day first, then you hate him, you're geared up to wreck him, and do his episode, and you feel conflicted about hurting him because he's now... That's a good point, yeah. There's so much good information that could help the player, like, understand the world if they played this before starting the game, because of that beginning part where you're walking around. There's just too many spoilers, but there's definitely, like, a lot of really good information about, like, how these places were formed, and you get just a quick history lesson with a lot of different stuff that playing through the game would have had way more of an impact once you actually got to those places and been like, oh, I saw this place was built because of that during the, you know, this happened all that long ago with the war and this and that. Like, it would have been good, but, you know, then yeah, like I said, it's kind of give and take. You get spoiled a little bit. But yeah, for sure, this is a good time to play it. Whoa, what the fuck? We just broke that? That's amazing. Come on, I'm trying to churn her. She won't let me get it. There it is. There it is. She wouldn't let me get that fifth hit. Oh shit, we need to heal. Ooh, excellent. Oh my god, this is amazing. Alright. What do we got? Araga. Yeah. Epic. What kind of song is this, though? I don't know. The song for the beginning of the episode, like before you even start the episode, Arden's episode, where it's just him sitting in the chair, and it's like kind of like an opera of sort. Oh my god, that song was one of the prettiest things I've ever heard. I don't even know if I heard something that's as amazing as that. That was incredible. This is nuts. Oh, this is going to be like Iggy's thing. Disable a walking flyer to seize control of a surrounding area. Check map. Do we really actually have to, or can we just progress with the story? Walking flyers are strengthening the royal guard station around them. Disable the amplifiers to weaken the enemy's defensive capability.
I've marked the location of all the devices they're using to amplify the wall. They seem to be positioned on rooftops around the city. Find them and destroy them.
With pleasure. I'll be sure to keep you abreast of my progress. No rest for the wicked. Perhaps I'll take the high road.
That's crazy. crazy. Alright, KG, have a good night, man. Have a good night. Get some epic music to go to sleep. I don't know how you can go to sleep to this. This is really pumped up music. Sure. Oh yeah, I think so. See, this fierce guardian kind of looks like what's his face? Like Yoshimitsu? No, not Yoshimitsu. God damn it, I'm drawing a blank. Number 10. He doesn't have his dog. Doesn't have a sword either. It's just that. More so the hat. Yo, Jimbo, thank you, Kish. You didn't have to come back for that. Thank you. Thank you, Kish. Yo, Jimbo. Penance? Just keep hitting him. Oh god. The super boss you fight after defeating all dark. That's right! I remember that now. With Penance, I remember that now. I didn't ever actually defeat. I never even defeated a single Dark Aeon. The Dark Aeons were like added after, like the original game. Didn't the Dark Aeons get added with the addition? Like, I can't even believe how anyone can defeat a Dark Aeon. The original Final Fantasy X just had, it was more focused on, I think, just the Monster Ranch having the hardest of the bosses. But I do remember. Did they have a penance in number 13? Like an end world, like very end thing boss? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't remember. Oh, hell yeah. The Ultra Boss for 13 is the biggest of the Adamantoids. Is that really? Is that right? That's kind of lame, dude. They kind of did that with this, right? And that'd be one of the big ones. I mean, it's a good boss, I guess, but to reuse it from that close of Final Fantasies? I don't remember. Meteor Strike, fuck yeah.
One of the wall amplifiers has been disarmed. Why would he target them? Is this a nip attack? We haven't sighted any Imperial soldiers.
Okay, we got that one's far.
Then they must have sent him to do
that one's not that far.
Stop him at once, sir.
How do we get up there? Lao Shan. I remember the giant big walkers that are on Grand Pulse. I remember that one of those being. I didn't remember the name Lao Shan or anything, but I do remember that being a boss. Yeah. I beat that one on my original playthrough. I do remember defeating that ginormous one. I remember it taking forever. I want to say that yeah, I got that. There's a lot of the like world bosses in Final Fantasies I never completed. And being such a fan of Final Fantasy, I do feel like I really ought to one of these days actually put in the effort and get that shit done, you know? Get those accomplishments. Dude, this is nasty. Arden is a monster. He's just... Jesus, look at all these royal arms. He's like Yoshimitsu, or not, sorry. He's like freaking Gilgamesh right now with all of his damn... all these swords all over the place like a... sword graveyard. Very cool. Yep, wake up. I wonder if these guardians are going to be reference, like, you know, Easter eggs of sorts. Yes, please. Classic. Classic, classic. Love it. Ooh, is that a big one? Not big enough. Whoa, no, dodge. Ooh, Warp Strike's hitting hard, 4 times the damage? Get out of here. Nope. Or it was, it's not anymore. Pretty good. Oh my, what did it just do to me? That was cool. Where is it? Whoa. Here we go. And taken.
They call upon the kings of yore to come to their aid. Bless their
You can take all of these. What is this? The funny hats? Okay, let's check it out. He wears hats. Let's put on a funny hat. Sure, why not? Arden likes his hats. This is silly. Graduation cap, tricorn hat. All of these things reduce his maximum MP. picks up the straw hat, increases it, reduces the other stuff. Fuck it. We are not doing regular attacks. If we have to keep going through all these, disable another amplifier. I don't like repetitive stuff like this, especially when they're like, yo, we got a DLC for you guys. Here's an episode. Just do like the same thing 10 times and you did it. That's the episode. All right. Hope you had fun. No, I didn't. You gotta give me something. This does have a lot of story, so I dig it. This part's just repetitive. Oh, this one looks just like that other one. No Easter eggs. Oh, we got 3? Well, that's not good. Oof. You paying attention to that? Not good. This isn't easy. What is going on? What is this? What is this? This is bullshit. I didn't do much of anything. Ooh, I need more hits. Need bigger hits. Oh yeah, those fuckers are going down. They're using Protect. That's amazing. Got one. Yep, all 3. I'm wondering why there wasn't little ones trying to beat us up while we were taking it. They were ready for 3 of them. That Crown's Guard. Oh, just enemies. So. We got one right here. Oh, see, we don't have to do them all.
We should be able to break through the barrier with a well-timed assault. You want to evacuate lest you get caught in the crossfire.
Yes, but there's something I must attend to first. I've got a huge
What? That wasn't part of the plan.
I finished my work. Now it's time to play.
But we...
No, you just stick to your plan and keep the boys in black busy for me. Now,
yeah, that's
off to see His Majesty who lives in the house that Somnius built.
Oh man. That must be why this place is called Insomnia. It's like play off of Somnus. It's funny because they probably named the city first, and then from there decided to name other characters. Or maybe, you know, maybe they named Noctis first. And they were like, let's. You know, they did this whole nocturnal theme, right? Or, you know, nighttime, and that's such a strong focus. I don't know what came first.
Is this truly the best Lucis can muster?
Confirmed sighting of multiple Imperial dreadnoughts outside the wall. Attention, first wave personnel. Now, prepare for deployment.
Here he comes.
Over here.
Nice. I love when there's multiple. More? My God. There we go. Thank you, Ifrit. Jesus.
Think you can kill me? I'd love to see you try. Where's your head?
Nice, getting them all punched up together when Ifrit jumps in, slaughters them in one swing. Oh, you donezo. That's another one taken. More? They don't stop coming. We're clearing out the entire Royal Guard. Should have saved that. Nice, we should have saved that, what's it called? Meteor strike that we just did. Oh yeah, here we go again. I got one down. Playing as Arden is very, very cool. And just the fact that we know that he's royal blood, it just makes sense that we have the powers, we have the same abilities.
But of course, make yourselves at home. I have some other business to attend to, so I'll leave you to yours.
Chaos begins here, so come here. Become the king, go to kingdom over here. Do it how you want it, however you like it. This is the place to be. The path of chaos begins here.
This song's something.
Become the king, go to kingdom over here.
Oh my, what big walls you have. Oh, the better you look down on these subjects. Time to call in a favor with the king. And have him summon my
Calling a favor with the king to summon his brother? What?
Something wrong, officer?
Ah, you must be His Majesty.
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Why are you here?
Why, for you.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you?
Regis must defeat him, right? Does Arden lose? He's got to lose this. Adagium. He knew. Wait. If King Regis is aware of Adagium, then that totally doesn't make sense for the Kingsglaive. That means that old Regis would also be aware of Adagium, and he would not have trusted him. You know what, though? You know what? Now I'm wondering, like, did he ever reference him as Adagium in Kingsglaive? If he did, that'd be epic. Because I mean, I guess he kind of just saw Arden as enemy of the Empire or enemy of Insomnia, the Lucite. Oh, I tried to move. I was actually kind of hoping that Arden's story was what was going on in between time, like after he tricks Noctis to go into the crystal, and then after that. I love how it's dissension instead of ascension. That's fucking fun. Look at that whirlwind. Oh, the swords are just like circling around him now. That's awesome. We gotta get our bar to we gotta get our bar to 3 bars. We gotta get 3 bars and see this new ability. Oh, I messed up. Flames of Rage. Let's do it. Wait, what is that? Oh, is that our... Did we just get our weapon burning, or what was that? Did he not... Did I miss because of... Maybe he was, like, disappeared, so he wouldn't do it? We'll try again. Go. Got him that time. Got him that time. Meteor strikes 3 bars? I didn't realize.
I won't give up the fight.
There we go. Meteor strike. He's down. That was awesome. And then he crumbled? How? This doesn't even make sense. How could he have defeated him? Maybe they do say this is a part of like an alternate ending, which is weird that this one has multiple endings, I guess.
But the fun's just begun. Summon the old wall. How do you know about that? I've heard the souls of kings reside within those statues. Of course, that's only hearsay. Why not summon the wall so we can see for ourselves? What I wouldn't give for a chance to speak with the Founder King himself. Come out, Somnus! The longer you wait, the longer he'll suffer! Huh? Is he dead?
No.
Oh dear. Perhaps I don't know my own strength. Huh. Well, I'm waiting.
Somnus is here.
Brother.
Somnus.
Oh my.
Haven't seen you for years. 2000, in fact. And whose fault do you think that is? Who could have exiled me as a monster and erased me from the face of history?
You were tainted, unfit to sit the throne. Please, brother, return to the darkness whence you came.
Now? But I'm having so much fun! To think I did the killing you myself. What's wrong?
Oof. Hit me there.
This is no beginning, only the end. This is preposterous. How could one so impure possess such power? I was right to have sealed you away. You truly are a monster. I shan't surrender! The gods blessed you as their chosen. The people adored you as their savior. I was neither powerful nor popular. Just envious.
Can we not hit him with the fire auger? Amber? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's a classic right there. That's a classic. I remember they brought it back. They brought back Twisted Metal years ago, but they changed it up too much to where instead of there being like individual, like every character has its vehicle, right? But oof, that didn't go well. Oh, right, we have to die because we have to go to Chaos Mode. I forgot. Can we? I don't know, yeah. They're coming out with a Twisted Metal series on what? So it's gonna be Death Race, but just a series. That's funny. It's gonna be all the what? Maybe Sweet Tooth is always has always been like the star of Twisted Metal, even though Sweet Tooth would obviously be considered more of a villain of it all because he's a psycho clown of sorts. There was one guy named Axel. He maybe could have been fine. There was a guy named Reaper and stuff. So the issue with when they redid the game again years later and brought it back, like revamped it, they did it so basically you could choose your character and then you choose your ride for the character. So basically you could have any of the characters that still everyone could drive Sweet Tooth's ice cream truck, and that was just stupid. Hellfire, oh my god, here's the moment. Hellfire, oh my god. 99, I know, man, that's amazing. It's gonna be like a comedy show. That makes sense. The game itself would be more of a comedic thing. Yeah, if they try to make it all like dramatic stuff, because Sweet Tooth, everything's kind of, all of the characters are all a joke. Like they're all, oh, here we go, boom. Because what you would have like, God, what was the one of the characters drove around a hearse, and he was like the, I don't think he was called like the Undertaker or anything, or the grave take, I don't know. Gravedigger? I don't think it was Gravedigger. I don't remember, but you know, there's a guy that drove around in a hearse.
For the future of our kingdom.
It probably won't be great. You're probably right, but
sacrifice for the good of society.
The whole game itself is more of a joke than being super serious.
Done everything in our power to protect our people, just as the gods bade. I was merely fulfilling my calling. And here I thought.
But yeah, that's interesting, Amber. That's good share.
It was you all along.
It's interesting how many video games, like these days, video games are being made into like they've always done in the past, but not as like lately with all of the streaming services. It seems like all of them are grabbing some games and making so much content based off of these games. Netflix has so many things based off of games.
Your soul find repose, brother.
Hey, fuck, Somnus was an asshole. He took what wasn't his. It's safe to say that he actually defeated Somnus. Somnus just lost the battle and then he went away. He's a god, so it's not like he killed him. But maybe. Whoa. So Bahamut intervenes.
I shall not let thee become a slayer of kings.
Yeah, sure.
Why do the gods deny me my revenge?
Because thou hast been chosen to serve a different purpose. To spread darkness throughout the world is thy true calling.
Darkness?
A true king will be born unto Lucis. He shall lead the people as their beacon of hope, and drive away the darkness. In turn, thou shalt be his sacrifice, the limitless shadow that ushers in the light.
Why must I continue to suffer? Have I not already sacrificed enough?
True king awakens, summoning the power of his forebears. He shall, at last, relieve thee of thy suffering.
Wow.
The line of Lucis
So Bahamut basically says, you know, you'll get what you want, but we also have to get what we want. And at the end of it all,
but his sacrificial lamb.
But yeah, at the end of it all, there will be peace.
Only to die by the hand of the heir to an ill-gotten throne.
Okay, that's pretty fucked up. As if they hadn't already screwed him enough. He doesn't want to go back to that life. Adagium? Oh my. Oh wait, you get to choose? Resist your fate, submit to your fate? We are what we are, he is what he is, and he does submit to it. He does submit to it. It's not like he doesn't resist it. That must be, resisting your fate must be one of the alternate endings of sorts.
Loath though I am,
it's funny they give you the options to do stuff.
Surrender to the scion of a
no Final Fantasy should ever have alternate endings.
So long as it brings
or alternate
the royal bloodline to an end.
Additional endings that, in its very small sense, might tweak the story slightly. They shouldn't do that. These alternate endings aren't like...
I will submit.
No, not like how other games have alternate. This is more so like there's just additional information they throw at you. He was put into a spot and he said, okay, well, the only way for me to find peace is to do what you guys say.
Did you to know about this? That I was meant to serve as some sacrifice?
I think he's talking to Era and his brother. This adds so much to the story. And this episode, PC people that played the game don't even get this episode.
Dear brother, did you know? Answer me!
I guess everyone had their purpose. And Arden's was a very unfortunate one. Wonder why it said that, Square Enix. Right then.
Am I alive? Oh, does it matter? Perhaps not.
This makes sense why he went along with everything. Someone so angry.
Not the blessed gods above, nor the accursed kings below. To hell with them all.
See how he kind of... it's acting as if he's rejecting his calling, even though they just gave us the option of agreeing to it or not. Then again, in the moment, he would have totally been like, yes, okay, sure, because like this is a god. The god could have struck him down right then and there.
All that matters is I have my revenge.
My god. Now he sees them together as if it was all a big trick to him. Dude, it wasn't. His mind's getting twisted.
Then the entire world of Eos will be drenched in the darkness of despair for time eternal.
Monster was born. So he had that opportunity to kill King Regis, and he didn't because obviously Bahamut wouldn't let him.
But that also explains why he's doing this whole. He's going through. It just seemed a little silly what Arden was doing. He's a madman now at this point. So most of what he's doing is maybe for his own enjoyment. But there was just so much where he could have. There's a lot of trickery involved, and I feel like the trickery was to make sure that everything happened appropriately and accordingly. Like those introductions and stuff. Like when he first met them, could have just struck them down then, and destroyed the whole Lucis line. Because Noctis is the last. But Bahamut probably would not have allowed it. So instead, what does he do? He figures out the way to get Noctis out of the picture so then he can rule. However, I don't think he was, I don't know, I don't know if he's aware that Noctis he gets out. He gets out. So at some point he would have to know that his demise would come. But if that was the case, then I imagine he might be okay with it. Last thing he wants to do is live in a world of darkness, because that's what he was succumbed to in prison, right? Yet this is like the path he's chosen, so it's a bit confusing. An interesting alternate ending for all the Ignis fans out there. See, that's another thing. It's like an alternate ending, but it's not so much alternate. We play that after we're done with the game, if we wanted to see. It was that part where, like, during Ignis's, like, Arden gives him that question: do you want to basically come with me or stay here and die? So Ignis decides to put on the ring, and then he loses his sight, but he's able to defeat Arden, right? Or at least temporarily defeat him. This alternate ending would be as if he took Arden's hand, and I've got to see how that goes. It's not like that would change things. They wouldn't make it to where I just gotta believe that he ends up losing his sight in a different way when he does that. I don't know. And that's Noctis being sucked in to the crystal without any control. Guys, this is where we're gonna end it today. Tomorrow, I have a short 2-minute YouTube clip, trailer, or whatnot to get us back into the game, like into the mindset of the world of Eos at where we are in the game. We'll do a few side missions around, and then it's the final showdown. Noctis has got a beard. He's grown up. I don't know how long it's been. I don't know how long he's been in the crystal, but it's got to be for at least like 20 years. Maybe like, no, more like, maybe like 10 to 15 years. 10 to 20 years he's been gone. I don't know. Probably not that. He seemed maybe he's like 35 or 40. Nah, he's like 30. He's in his 30s. And if, let's say he was in his teens or 20, 10, 15 years. And there's Arden. He made it to his throne. Made it to his throne. What an asshole. That's where we're headed. That's who we're headed to tomorrow when we do the final showdown. We're gonna get the crew back together, and we're headed to Insomnia to take down that bastard. Take him down. Oh god, we don't want to see this.
I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Off my chair, Jester. The king sits there.
Haha. I love it. Did you guys see those that were strung above him? It was as if it looked like one was the Oracle, but maybe not our Oracle. There's no way that was Luna Freya, but maybe Era and the others were maybe the other people that maybe had betrayed him. Possibly that Vilus guy, well, whatever the hell his name was, the one that Prompto's father. We're gonna have to pay close attention to that moment. Gosh, that's so cool. New hat shot opens. Acquired Arden's ensemble for Noctis. That's funny. Oh my god, and then now, because we've yes, he changed backboard. Because we've got the episode, it shows Arden when he was pure of heart still. I don't know if he was ever pure of heart, right? Because he had that darkness in him. I don't understand why he had that darkness in him if he was the one that was supposed to be king. And then the brother betrayed him. I don't understand how that somehow gets him to be the bad guy in all of this. If anything, the King Somnus should have been the one that was like had darkness in him. I don't know. But maybe that just goes to show that, Arden always had his destiny. This is gonna happen no matter what. It's something. That's something, guys. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow. Finish this game up. Strong finish. Have a good night. Catch you next time.